Well, there is a brand new update coming to Assassin's Creed Valhalla tomorrow, and this update is going to make your stomachs giggle because this is by far the best update that we have so far gotten for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, the official Assassin's Creed UK's Instagram actually posted a very small summary of what we are going to be getting with the 1.2.0 title update. Well, the first thing is, of course, they're going to be launching this update tomorrow, which is on 16th of March, and the first thing we're going to be getting is the Ostara Festival, which will begin in our settlement on March 18th. And then we have another crazy change that Ubisoft has just added in, which is the change appearance feature, the Transmog feature that the community have been begging for Ubisoft to give us. However, there is a very huge catch. These Ubisoft bastards, these guys have given us a huge catch in terms of how this thing works, and I think not most of you guys are going to like that, which we'll get to in more details in just a second. Before that, they're also added in another crazy feature, which is where you can change your camera angles. You can make Eivor look much more closer rather than the game always kind of having this really far away camera angle, which really sucks. I really hate that type of camera angle, and I'm so happy that Ubisoft is at least addressing what the community have been preaching about. And of course, there are some game improvements, and we'll further talk about how big is this update going to be on each one of your platforms. Now, by the way, if you guys didn't know, I am actually on Instagram, so if you guys want to follow me there, make sure to do it. That is my name. I'll just put it on the screen right there. And now let's jump into every single tiny bit of detail on what we're going to be getting with this update. Now, first off, let's start off with the patch sizes. Now, the size of this update on Xbox Series X or S is going to be a round figure of 18 gigabytes. Now, it's 17.9 gigabytes, which is considered as 18 gigabytes. So I'm just going to round figure things. And on Xbox One, it is going to be 13 gigabytes round figured. PlayStation 5 is 12 gigabytes. PlayStation 4 is again 12 gigabytes, and PC users are going to be getting an approx of 16 gigabytes. Now, the update goes live tomorrow at 1 p.m. CET. So make sure you guys have your console or your PC set to automatic download, so you don't really have to sit there watching your screen, simply just downloading the whole update. So it's going to be a pain in the ass. Now, what are the new content that we're going to be getting with this update? Well, let's just start off with the first one, which is the Ostara Festival. Now, Ubisoft has said that this Ostara Festival will be available from March 18th to April 18th, and this will feature a bloomy Ravensthorpe. So it is going to be some kind of a new decoration coming to your Ravensthorpe, which is of course your settlement. And they've also added in some kind of unique activities such as egg hunting. I don't know if this is some kind of an Easter egg hunting, and that's also going to give you some special rewards, so that's going to be a fun stuff to do. And they're also going to be providing us more details about the Ostara Festival on 18th of March. As of now, we don't have much information about this, but let's just move on and take a look at the Transmog feature, the thing that people have been begging Ubisoft to do it, which is of course changing appearance. Now, they've added in a new Transmog feature where you can change the items that you actually equip on your Eivor. Now, this feature was previously available in Assassin's Creed Origins as well as Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and this was not available in Valhalla, and Ubisoft finally decided to actually add this in after a ton of requests. But however, there is a very huge catch. As we already know, Ubisoft just loves the money, man. They just love the money, whether it's in-game or even our microtransaction. Now, the catch with this Transmog feature is that you will actually have to pay in-game currency of 50 silver in order to change any of the appearance of your weapons, your gears, anything. So this is what the official Assassin's Creed Twitter page said. The highly anticipated change appearance feature, or Transmog, is coming tomorrow to Gondrar's shop, which is tomorrow, which is great. And in Ravensthorpe for a small bit of silver. So you'll actually need a small bit of silver in order to customize your armors, weapons, and anything to look like however you want it to look. Whereas in Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, you could absolutely do it for free. And the reason why Ubisoft is doing this is because they want you to grind the game. They want you to play the game, make money, so you put in a ton of hours. So if you put in a ton of hours, then maybe you could end up spending money on those microtransactions, and maybe Ubisoft could make more money. And that is basically the reason why they've done this, so it's pretty transparent here. Now, they've also added in some brand new skills to the game. The first one is called as the Fearless Leaper, which will basically activate the leap attack damage, which will now have larger area of impact. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, let's say, for example, you're just riding your horse and then you see a bunch of enemies just walking around. So you can basically just jump out of your horse, and while you're in the mid-air, just press the attack key and then you'll just slam all the way down on the ground, and it's basically going to hurt your enemies. So right now it's going to hurt on a much larger area rather than just it being in a very small scale. So I think this one is nothing too crazy, but still a really cool skill. And now the next two skill that you're going to be seeing is absolutely great. Okay, now the next one is Raven's Loot, which is going to allow your Raven to actually loot your enemies, which is crazy. You can simply just allow your Raven to go out there and loot the bodies. And the other one is Loot Food, which is rations in the game. And these rations actually help you regain your health or HP, whatever you want to call. Now, when you kill any enemies in the game, these bodies are basically going to be dropping loots, which are food from these enemies. So your ration meter is going to go up, so you'll have more chances of healing your Eivor, especially when you're playing on a higher difficulty. I think this skill is going to come in much handy. And up next, we have my most favorite feature in the game so far. This is something I've been asking Ubisoft for so long, and finally, man, for God's sake, they have finally listened to us, listened to the community, where they have now added in a close camera option to the game. Now, how does this work? Now, once toggled, it will activate a closer camera during the regular gameplay. And by regular gameplay, they basically mean you just walking around doing your own stuff. And then, as usual, the camera is going to zoom out during the combat encounters. However, you can basically stop the game from doing that really weird zoom out feature, where the game will now give you an option where you can toggle on or toggle off that zoom effect. So your character is always going to stay close to the camera, so it's going to look much better. I don't really know who even loves to have your camera like super far away from your character. It feels like you're playing some kind of a MMO game, not a third-person RPG game, you see? So Ubisoft, thank you so much for actually listening to the community and implementing this feature. I really appreciate all the support. And up next, they're giving us more improvements and all that boring stuff. I'm just going to leave it to other YouTubers who just love to make their videos 10 minutes long, man, because I just want to keep my videos as short, quick, and as informative as possible. So if short and informative videos are something that you guys prefer, then make sure to go ahead and smack that like rating. Support these short videos, man. If you guys do support, that's when I know that I want to make more videos like these. And also, if you guys are looking for a channel that covers Assassin's Creed and basically all the upcoming open world games, then make sure to go ahead, subscribe, turn the notifications on, set the notifications to all. Because if you guys don't do that, then this broadcast YouTube platform, man, it just doesn't send you guys the notifications. So set it to all and turn the notifications on. With that being said, hope you guys have a blast of a day, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.